Hello everyone, this is Jetta and Vanessa with hashtag #OWOW2017. Currently we are in Brazil. Today we got our passport stamped. We came up here into Iguazu Falls, which is one of the largest waterfalls in all the world. And that's our purpose for being here today, because we want to see it up close and personal.
Yes.
Now, what we want to share with you today is our journey here, so that we can basically help you out, so that when you come here, you kind of know what to expect, right?
Right.
So first of all, we left Mendoza. It would have been yesterday. We left Mendoza by airplane. We flew from Mendoza into Buenos Aires, and we took a connecting flight from Buenos Aires into the national airport here in Iguazu. We took them to our hostel. So one thing we want to make sure that you know of is that when you get into the Iguazu airport, one of the things that you want to remember is, in order to save you money, of course, because we're about saving money, right? Mm-hmm. You want to make sure that you do not take a taxi.
Right.
Taxis, they're going to charge you
a minimum of 500 Argentine pesos to get where you're going.
Exactly. So you have another option of taking the bus. It's a bus that is shared with other people.
Like we call them
collectivos, right?
Yeah.
So the bus is going to drop you off directly at your hotel. So let them know where your hotel is, and they'll take you right there. It's only 200 pesos compared to 500 pesos with the taxi, and that's per person. Now, from there, when we got to our hostel, we just, we relaxed for the night, and today was the day that we decided to say, hey, let's go to Iguazu. And so, you can see Iguazu from two countries, from three. Actually, Paraguay is one, Argentina is another, and Brazil is a third. We opted to choose to see the falls from the Brazilian side, right? Because we want to see Argentina from Brazil in all of its glory, with the falls right there in the middle. So for us to get here, what do we do?
So the first thing that you want to remember is, especially if you are a United States citizen, you have to get a visa before you come into Brazil.
Yes.
Okay? So one thing to remember is the least amount of time it takes to get your Brazilian visa is 5 days, and that's if you expedite. So it's best to do it. I would do it 30 days in advance just to be on the safe side. We did it about 2 weeks in advance, but we still were able to get it okay. So your Brazilian visa gets you here.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing you have to remember. As a U.S. citizen, you have to have your visa first. And you can do it online, but you have to print it before you get here. If it's not printed, they will not let you in the country.
Exactly. Now, I will say this. If you choose to come here and see the falls from the Argentina side, Argentina doesn't require you to have a visa in advance. Actually, as a U.S. citizen, you can come into the country on a 90-day tourist visa without having anything in advance to pay for or anything in advance to have printed off. So that's one option that you can do. But again, we opted to see the falls from the Brazilian side
because we've been told that from the Brazilian side, you can see the Argentinian side, and it's so much more that you can see from this side. So on the Argentinian side, if you view the falls, you're above the falls looking down. But on the Brazilian side, you're looking up.
Yeah.
And you can see more of the length of the falls.
Exactly. So the bus that we took to get here from, one thing you want to remember is that in order to get to the falls, you have to go to the bus depot. The bus depot will get you here on a less expensive cost versus taking a taxi. We got a bee in our shot right here. Wow, he landed right on our phone. But yeah, so in order to get here, to save you money, don't take a taxi. Go to the bus depot. Walk right there. It's right there. It's like maybe what? Not even a quarter of a mile from our hostel.
From our hostel, it literally took like 4.5 minutes to walk to the bus depot.
Exactly.
So it doesn't make any sense to take a cab.
No, and the bus is like what? It's like 80. It's like 80 pesos.
It was actually 60 pesos one way.
No, it was 80. It was 80. Trust me, it was 80. Well, what we paid was but according to the thing, it's 80 pesos per person. But we actually paid $240 round trip, which would be
60 per person.
60 per person, yeah. So actually, let's just go ahead and change that. She's right. 60 pesos per person one way to get here. 120 pesos for round trip for transportation
for one person. But remember, if you're in a hotel or a hostel, and they have a price listed that is higher, don't get your tickets from them. Go to the bus depot.
Yep, go to the bus depot, because our hostel actually had it at 80
pesos per person, and when we got to the bus depot, it was only 60.
So hey, you're saving money there.
Right.
Let's see what else. So our driver, he takes us from the hostel, drops us off at the Argentinian border for us to get our passport stamped, saying that we're leaving Argentina, and then we go to the Brazilian border, and we have to actually stand in line, and they ask you for your passport, then they will ask you for your visa. Once we do that, we then get back on the bus, and then voila, we are here.
So one more thing to point out, there's a couple of different attractions over here. One is the falls, and the other one is this bird park. Well, the bird park is actually right across the street from the falls.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is see the falls first, and then if time permits, we'll go see the birds afterwards.
Yeah.
So just, you know, it is walking distance if you want to do both in the same day. So we're going to